Hello there, Friends of Five. Friends of Five. Remember Friends of Five? Channel 5? Hey, we are in Inverness, Florida. This is a very historical place.
Yeah.
And behind us, I don't know if you can see it because the screen's too small for me to see, but there is an old courthouse. And we're going to look in there and we're going to look around the area, okay?
Exactly. And it is February 15th, 2023.
The day after Valentine's Day.
That's right.
I hope you got your sweetheart something. And Robin has some notes she got off the internet, so
Yeah.
we're going to be giving you whatever information we have, but basically we're just tourists.
Yeah.
Tourists! All right, let's turn it around and start walking.
Okay.
How you do this? Here you go. There. The world spins fine on her own, baby!
The world spins fine.
All right, make sure I got look with everything. All right, so there's the courthouse right there. There she is.
It was called the Old Citrus County Courthouse. It is now known as the Old Courthouse Heritage Museum.
Oh,
Yeah, it was constructed in 1912 and officially opened June 3rd, 1912.
okay, so let's walk across the street. I also want to show this theater before we go over there,
Okay.
because it definitely looks like it's been around a while. Billy Buchanan. See that theater right there?
Yeah.
The Valerie.
So I was looking at the marquee. They have plays here. They have movies here. It's pretty cool. ValerieTheatre.org.
Let's
There's
go.
a plaque over there.
Yeah, let's go over to the plaque
Okay.
and see. Yeah, this looks like it's been around a while.
Yeah.
Here we go. 207 Courthouse Square. All right, what does that say?
It says Mrs. Pearl G. Maddox built the theater in 1926 and 1927 during the silent movie era. It was they named it the Valerie after her daughter. The first movie was shown, The Only Woman, in 1927. The last movie was shown, The Untouchables, in 1987. Herbert Pittman of Clearwater leased the theater with talking equipment was installed. Prices were 10 cents for children, 25 cents for adults. At a time when other towns prohibited Sunday shows, the city council boldly adopted a resolution to permit Sunday movies. It boosted trade in the city of Inverness and making the theater a social focal point for many years.
Wow.
Donald Giddens recalled a skunk being let loose during a movie in the late 1930s. Marjorie Yoder Sanders bartered old rags for admission.
Wow.
The theater was gutted by fire in 1939.
Oh, no.
It was rebuilt in 1962.
Well, that's a long time.
Yeah, daily clips from the movie Follow That Dream were viewed with Elvis Presley in attendance. MGM purchased the theater in 1946. David Skipper bought the theater in 1987 to convert it to an office supply store, but that never happened. Winston and Andrea Perry purchased it in 2000 with a vision to reopen the historic theater. The building remained vacant from 1987 until the city purchased it in 2009. With community involvement and detailed planning, a grand reopening was held for the Valerie Theatre Cultural Center in June 2015.
Whoa.
So
There's
it's
a lot of history here.
That's right.
Wow. There's their little thing.
Isn't that nice?
Yes, there is.
That is very cool.
Yes, there is.
That's very cool. We're making a video. Do you want to be on it?
Oh, I don't care.
You don't care.
Welcome to the Valerie Theatre. We love
So what happens in the Valerie Theatre nowadays?
Valerie Theatre is a great place to be. We have comedy. We have.
Is it live? You mean live shows?
It's a lot better than the dead ones, so we use the live ones.
You
We tried
must-
sticking a guy out.
You must be one of the acts.
No, but it's a perfect place for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So we've got comedy, we've got live performances, musicians, etc. We're getting ready to show the Guys and Dolls
Oh, wow.
full production. We have about 5
Nice.
different theater groups that come
We
in.
got to get on your mailing list.
Love to have you on there.
So can you tell, we have a YouTube channel.
We're glad to hear it.
Tell us, is there a website or something?
Yes, indeed. It is the ValerieTheatre.org.
TheValerieTheatre.org.
And the best way to find us is that you get online, find the City of Inverness. Once you find the city of Inverness, the best way to do it is then find the Valerie Theatre.
Okay.
Once you find that, click Buy Tickets. You don't necessarily buy the tickets, but it opens up a screen that shows you everything that's going on. And then you can go ahead and click on your preferred. And the nice thing about it is you can also buy your tickets right there and then.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
Yeah, come on in. You want to see?
Yeah, I would love to see it. Oh, my gosh. What an opportunity. What a treat. Is something going on right now?
No, we're not.
No? Look how nice it looks. How recently was all this beautiful stuff done?
2016.
So it's relatively new. Wow. Wow.
Oh, it smells wonderful.
Oh, my
Well,
gosh.
sorry about that. We are cleaning right now.
No. It looks beautiful.
Our goal is to keep this place perfect.
And you have a history here that's unbelievable.
It is. And the nice thing about it, I've lived here about 30 years. I'm Marco Wilson, and the locals come by and tell us about the days back when
They know,
when
because they lived here, yeah.
And the kids would come, and the moms and pops would let them go, and they could stay all day long and have a great day. Yeah, there's a picture on the wall over there of one of the old theater as it was, and then also, pardon me, and then also you can see the kids that were lined up, which I think was a great picture. You know.
Oh, isn't that wonderful?
Look at that.
And people will bring stuff in, memorabilia, you know, you can see where the X's are. Oh, that's me, you know, and stuff.
Oh, I see the X's. Yeah.
Right, exactly.
I mean,
and
this
is,
is
of course, what it was back in the day.
Look at that car. Wow.
Oh, yeah, that depicts the time frame, right?
That sure does, yeah.
Yeah.
And is it just one level, or?
No, we do have a balcony as well.
balcony.
We have a balcony, which is, by the way, you might want to go up there and see it because it's set up so nice.
I would love to.
Serve alcohol, but it's got a bar scenario.
Oh,
We can
really?
do private parties. We just had a gala here that all of these chairs can get moved down.
What?
All of them can get
Let me
moved
show
down.
what it looks like in here.
Yes, indeed. Yeah.
We'll look at the balcony from the bottom, and then we'll go up top.
Sure.
Oh, so you can have like tables in here
You
if
can
somebody
have-
wants
well,
a dinner. or-
we had 100 people in here, easy, with round tables and seats and the whole thing. Look at that.
This is very
Oh,
nice.
This is beautiful.
There's the balcony.
This is.
Tell me your name again.
Marco Wilson.
Marco. Okay, Marco. Can we walk upstairs?
Yes, absolutely.
We have a program.
Oh, please do, and that's not the only program. We have lots and lots. That's one theater group, and they're one of the premier theater groups. We have lots and lots of others. Unfortunately, we're like in between things. So we have the Soul Man coming for music. This, of course, is packed with the Valerie Theatre because we just had Lee Harden, a comic, and then we had a bunch of great guys that came in for another comedy thing, and now we have, of course, the Guys and Dolls. This is about, we're getting ready to put out our next one of these to show what's coming up, but we have lots of stuff.
And you do movies too.
We do movies. Movies are kind of what we do when we haven't got anything else to do.
Yeah, the live stuff really is interesting to me.
Get it all done and stuff, but if you'd like to go ahead first. And
Okay.
show you the balcony,
All right.
just be
I
careful.
want to make sure I get your audio,
Oh, absolutely.
your voice.
No problem.
Isn't this lovely?
It is.
This is lovely. And the pictures on the wall. Wow, Elizabeth Taylor, Shirley Temple. Gosh, Rock Hudson.
Wow,
I
very
love
cool.
this ambiance.
Oh man, look at this.
Wow, Spencer Tracy.
Look at
John
this
Wayne.
balcony.
Oh wow, how beautiful is
So
this?
again, this allows you. Oh darn it! Didn't turn the lights out downstairs. I should have turned them on because that whole thing. Let me go do that. Just take a little circle thing here. I'll be right
Okay,
back.
okay.
Turn the lights on. Back.
This is really a nice theater.
This is great. We're coming here. We most certainly are.
This is so nice.
Yeah, the seats have drink holders
Drink holder.
and they're comfy.
And it's like a concession stand. He's going to turn the lights on.
And
there.
famous people still look good. Oh, I love this. This is so great. And it's the balcony, great view.
Oh, now we put the lights on. Let's see. I see an old projector. Look at that old projector.
Oh my gosh. Beautiful view. This is a wonderful view. This is great.
Is that old projector a projector that was actually used here at one
I'm
time?
not going to be able to say that.
Okay.
Yes or no. I'm going to plead the
Looks like 16 millimeter. That's what it looks like.
It was back in the day. I remember when I came in and I first started working, I said, "Oh, we get to work the projector." No such thing. DVD.
Right. Nowadays. So what happens in these chairs? Who sits here?
Well, during the performance that we have right now, we sometimes need spotlights. So the gentleman here has a play all set up before him. He's got a spotlight here.
Oh, okay.
Spotlight there. Just added.
So they have a script, and that shows them when to put the lights on.
Absolutely. Everybody is scripted, and they know what they're supposed to do and the time they're supposed to do it. Where are you guys out of?
Ocala.
Ocala, Oklahoma.
Yeah, our show or channel is called The World Spins Fine on Her Own.
Wonderful.
And we're kind of new. We have 1,000-something subscribers.
I was thinking about doing a blog or something like that in the not too distant future. Just because I'm just learning how to use some of my recording equipment.
Yeah.
So I got Audacity and some other things.
Audacity's awesome.
It's a great little program.
Yeah.
And I got to focus right on it then so I can use my mics and stuff like that. So.
Yes. Are you a musician?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Yes.
Oh, that's wonderful. Do you go do live performances?
I have retired. I played about 25 years. We originally came from Miami and then Fort Lauderdale, my wife and I. But when I first came here, it was definitely a thing to do. I played all over this county. And I play quiet background music. I'm not an in-your-face performer. I'm a background music performer.
Oh, nice.
So playing classics like James Taylor, Cat Stevens, and
wow, that's
Clapton.
nice.
Easy listening background music. My claim to fame was people would come up and say, "Can you turn that up?" Which is a very rare.
Yes, that is rare. Oh my gosh,
So
yes.
I don't block this so that you can't get down. Come on down if you're all done.
Yeah.
This is beautiful.
We had no idea we were going to get this treat coming into the theater.
Yeah, surprises like this all about. Nothing is constant but change, as a wise man would say. And of course we have concessions, popcorn, gotta have popcorn.
But no alcohol.
No alcohol, no.
Yeah, you don't need it.
Well, Marco, thank you so much for showing us around, and
Thank you so
And,
much. You too.
we'll find if you look for us, it's just The World Spins Fine on Her Own,
Okay.
and her own. Make sure, otherwise it might not be the right one.
Okay.
And then we'll go to the website so we can
Yeah,
check out.
Yeah, we'll share it with you somehow.
And please join us. I mean, come down. We have people come from all over the place to see the shows. So once you get on that website, you'll be able to see what's up and coming. You might have an interest in it.
I wouldn't be surprised if we're here sooner than later. Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
This is wonderful.
Well, thank you. That was a real treat.
Originally, I thought you were geocaching. We have people come all the time. I thought, oh, well, they're
We did that for, 2 weeks?
Yeah.
It got old quick.
Yeah. Well, you have a blessed day. Enjoy your. And by the way, I don't know if you've been to downtown. If you go this way, you have downtown. If you go this way, you have also one of the renovations is Liberty Park and the Depot, which is a big hub for all sorts of entertainment here.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, this town the motto is small town done right.
Oh, okay.
It is. It's beautiful.
And back in the day, the visionary was Frank DiGiovanni, was a city manager. It is now Eric Williams, and he is carrying the torch and taking care of things here in the city and adding all of his own spins to things.
Does Eric Williams live in Ocala?
No.
It must be a different Eric Williams,
That
right?
might be.
Could be,
Yeah.
yeah.
All right.
Well, Williams is like Wilson, or like.
Shows up a lot. Oh, that was wonderful. Thank you so much.
Enjoy.
Thank you.
Safe journeys.
Thank you.
Bye, guys.
Wow, that was neat. Okay, now let's go over to the courthouse.
How cool is that?
How did you see what I mean? Just walking around, you just never know.
Yeah.
Just never know what you're going to run into.
And the interesting thing, one of the interesting things about this courthouse is that it's diamond shaped. The layout presented a challenge.
Say it again. A card. No. Do you want to take a picture of the lanyard? That's what we should have had, a card, but the back.
Because if this comes up and my boss goes, "What did you do?" I'm going to go, "Wait a minute." Just
Well, here's the lanyard, and
Right, hang on, just one second.
the important part is under my name.
Okay. Here we go. And we got it. Here, Larry, and that should be it. I'm going to take two just because.
Want Robin salsa?
You guys.
Larry's just
All right. Well, thank you.
Thank you. Sorry to bring you back.
Thank
No
you.
problem. That was great. See why? That's why I like the lanyard, because you can. Well, we should get business cards, I guess.
Yeah.
All right. So now this is a museum, you said, right?
Yep, it's the Old Citrus County Courthouse. It's now known as the Old Courthouse Heritage Museum. The official opening was June 3rd, 1912.
Wow.
Pretty interesting thing. The diamond-shaped road layout around the road. It presented a challenge to Tampa architect Willis R. Biggers. He borrowed an idea from the Greek temple design, and he had the corners of the building face northeast, southeast, southwest, and northwest. It is the only courthouse in Florida set like this.
Oh, wow.
And fireplaces were used to warm the building in the winter. And the tower that the clock is on, it was used during World War II to watch for enemy aircraft.
Oh, wow.
That's pretty cool. There were individual rooms upstairs. They were rented for $5 to $10 per month. Electricity came in 1913. 36 electric lights were installed for $24,850.
So we got to enter the different doors.
Okay. I love those steps. And it said that in 1946, 1,500 yards of dirt was removed from underneath the building to add a storage basement. And this was the main government office until 1977. And the upstairs courtroom continued to be used until 1992. The ceiling fell in during a court hearing.
Oh, wow.
And it had been remodeled as it looked in 1912.
Well, that's interesting, isn't it?
And it said that this is the place that the Elvis Presley filmed the movie Follow That Dream in 1961.
Oh, wow. So Elvis was in the theater across the street, and he was in this building.
Yeah.
All right. Well, here we are.
This is beautiful.
Let's see. Hello. We're videotaping. Is that okay?
That's fine.
Good. Yeah, we're just visiting. The gentleman across the street at the movie theater just gave us an unbelievable tour. It's so nice. Yeah.
Nice. So you got a YouTube page?
We do. Do you want? I don't have a card, but you can take a picture of my lanyard.
And what's your page called?
The world spins fine on her own. It's right there under my name.
All right. Let's see. Very good. Excellent.
All right, and what is your name?
Ken Murat.
Ken, nice to meet you. I'm
Nice
Larry.
to meet you. Larry.
Yeah,
Nice to meet
this
you.
is
Nice to meet you. I'm Robin.
Hi, Robin.
In the research that we did, it said there was a design error in the seal.
There is.
Oh, really?
There actually is.
In this?
I've done some research. I'm a research historian here.
Can I guess?
And there are a number of errors with this. First of all, it was done in 1912, which is concurrent with the building here. It stood the test of time. Whoever did it just did a remarkable job when it came to the craftsmanship. You see very few missing pieces here. However, we do think they were from out of town because the official state seal, this is supposed to be an Indian, a Seminole maiden. Well, that's no maiden. Oh. And that's no Seminole. When you go and tour one of the other rooms, we've got a mannequin set up with what a Seminole would typically wear at that
Oh, okay,
So you'll
okay.
be able to compare. This is actually a Plains Indian, which is what many people at
Wow.
the time considered to be the standard dress.
Well, we wouldn't have known that one.
This is it appears to be a coffee tree, but it should be a sable palm. And
Oh my
so-
gosh, I wouldn't have known that either. My guess was going to be mountains.
And the mountains.
Are they mountains or just
Yes.
like land?
Yeah, we don't have that many mountains here in Florida. Sure. I've seen other versions of this where the sailboat was actually sinking in the background.
What?
Oh my.
The problem was that when the state government established the seal, it was like in 1867, and they just gave a text explanation of what the seal should look like.
Oh.
There was no standard seal.
Okay.
So everybody was kind of left to their own devices to figure out exactly what it should look like. So if you go up to the old State House in Tallahassee, you'll find various depictions of the state seal, some of which are like this, some of which are like the current seal that you have over here.
Oh my gosh, that's hard to see. Let's see if I can get it. Oh, I see. Oh, that's definitely a maiden on that one. Yeah.
So you see the differences.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I like that one better, I think.
Yeah. That is the official one that we have.
Although this is cool too.
So we've got a number of rooms here. Generally, these are self-guided tours, but let me take you in and I'll
Absolutely.
give you some tips about this. This is our early history room. And in here you'll find things that pertain to the very early days, starting with the Paleo Indians, the dinosaurs, as well as the first settlers here.
Oh yeah.
We've got a diorama up at the top. You see a variety of different artifacts.
Yeah.
Every one of those artifacts is in this room, including an arrowhead that goes back to 9000 BC.
Oh my gosh.
So
Wow.
that's in that case over there. So it's kind of like a treasure hunt a little bit, where you have a chance to see if you can find everything that's on that diorama.
Oh, okay, okay.
When there was a restoration project that went on for Chassahowitzah Springs, which is to the south here, this is a little display of how they actually went and did it. There was layers of muck that were at the bottom, so they actually sucked the muck out
Oh,
into
wow.
basically a big swimming pool, let the muck settle, and then push the clean water back in. These are some of the artifacts that they found as part of
gun.
that project.
Oh my gosh.
So a little cap gun, you see that there's a broken propeller.
Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't have known that's a cap gun, but I guess I don't know guns, so.
Yep, and there's a little explanation up at the top there.
Hypodermic needle, is that what that is right there? Some kind of a syringe?
Yeah, it's a syringe, yep.
Definitely some arrowheads or spearheads.
So it's
A
a
stirrup.
little bit of everything from a wide variety of time periods here.
That must be a railroad. What do you call those things? The nail?
Railroad
Spikes?
tie,
Spike?
spike, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. And we've got a variety of bottles that came up. We used to have a Coca-Cola bottling plant in town here.
Oh, really?
And so I'll take you in the other room and you'll see the difference with the bottles that were made
Oh,
back then as
okay.
opposed to the way they are now.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely.
this room here has just a wide variety of artifacts. You're free to kind of explore at your own pace. The room where I always think it's like a tiki bar over there. It's
Yeah.
actually what was called a chickie.
A what?
A chickie.
A chickie.
And that was a Seminole term for these kind of pole barns that were made with woven reeds on top. And they would go in there to protect them from the rain and stuff like that.
Oh, okay, okay.
So if you go in here,
In the tiki bar, Robin.
tiki bar room here.
Okay. Oh, I see. Okay.
So here we have depictions of the leaders of the Seminole tribe.
Yeah.
And here's, so you get a good picture of what a Seminole maiden would have worn back in those days.
Oh, yeah.
And compare that to the way it looks on that seal that's on the floor there.
Yeah, that's definitely very different. Yeah. Yeah. And that's Osceola, right?
Yes. Yep. Osceola, Tiger Tail.
Over there.
Oh, he had different names.
Yeah. Different people, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Very cool. Yeah, if you don't mind giving us more of a tour, that's
absolutely.
you're doing a great job. If we were just self-guided, we would be
No.
guessing on everything.
There are a lot of times people come in and some like a guided tour like this. Others, they just kind of like, just point me where I want to go.
Yeah, I understand.
Sure.
They found these paddles in the mud. And these, I believe, are about 400 years old. And they were preserved because they were
Isn't that
in the
something?
mud.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just
Why?
400 doesn't seem that long when you realize that Spear was 9,000, you said.
9,000, exactly.
Oh,
yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
Wow. And was there actually like dinosaur bones? Like, I know that's not a real dinosaur bone, but I guess.
Well, actually, one of the industries we had here that was the phosphate industry.
Okay.
And the phosphate came from the remains of dinosaurs.
Oh,
The bones.
I never knew
Yeah,
that.
the bones of
my.
some of the mammals and the later mammals as well as
I
the
never knew that.
dinosaurs. And so the phosphate was originally discovered up by in Denellen, which is kind of
Okay.
on the Marion County line, and then they moved south through what is now Citrus County, ending up down in beyond Hillsborough,
Okay.
where the Mosaic Corporation is, and that's what they do. They mine phosphate.
Still to this day?
Still, oh yeah, it's
Oh,
a big
wow.
industry, absolutely.
And it's all from dinosaur bones.
Yep, it's used in fertilizers and it was used in explosives as well.
Oh my
Okay.
gosh.
Yeah, so we had a very robust mining operation here. Much of it fueled by or worked by convicts that were out for
Really?
hire. Absolutely.
Oh no, what do they call it, chain gang?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
That makes sense.
Exactly.
Sure.
Yep. We had a time when people were charged with a variety of innocuous offenses. They were given 30 days, $30, or 60 days, years, or whatever.
Gotta work.
And then they would come
Work
to
it off.
Citrus County. More of them came to Citrus County to work in the phosphate and turpentine industry than any place else in the state.
And that gave him a shorter sentence? Is that what happened?
No, it gave them less time to live in many cases, unfortunately, because the conditions were brutal. And it was actually a Citrus County legislator who was instrumental in bringing an end to that convict leasing
Oh,
back in the 1920s.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
so
at the
much has
state
changed.
level. Yep.
Only 100 years, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Not that long ago, really.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So.
This is great.
So this depicts all the things that have been in this area here during the really prehistoric.
It's really an incredible work right here, whoever did this.
It was done several years ago by, I believe, someone that was a very talented high school student.
A student.
A student.
Oh my
Yep.
gosh.
And it used to be that you could push a button here and these things would come out and talk.
Oh, okay.
But given the time that's gone on, some of the talking features have
Don't work anymore.
Yeah. But if you look back here, you can see there's a little hydraulic.
I could see like gears in there.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
Yeah.
amazing.
yeah,
Looks like
yeah.
you can move it.
They would, their jaws would go up and down.
Yeah.
That's amazing. A high school student did that.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. Yep.
Wow.
Very
You
talented.
did a great job.
Yep.
All right, let's see what else
So
we
let's
have.
bring you in this room here. This is what we call our pioneer room. And this reflects life as it existed.
Elvis.
Elvis. You're going to see a variety of Elvises here.
Oh, really?
And the reason why is he filmed part of a movie called Follow That Dream in the early 60s.
We heard that, but we don't know much about it.
It was a movie where there was a courtroom scene, and the courtroom scene was actually filmed here, the last 15 minutes of the movie.
Oh, wow.
Oh my
And so
gosh.
when this building was kind of vacated as the courtroom migrated down, the courthouse migrated down the street, there was a big renewal effort in the 1990s to bring this back to life. We didn't have any pictures of what the courtroom looked like, except
It's from the
the
movie.
Elvis movie.
Oh,
So
wow.
they went back to the person who owned the rights, and they used the stills to actually
That's,
reconstruct the courtroom.
that's pretty amazing.
So when you go upstairs, you'll see the courtroom as it existed during the Elvis movie.
Wow.
There's the judge's bench is up there. Feel free to go behind the judge's bench.
Oh, wow.
We've got a robe. We've got a gavel.
Nice.
We've even got one of those English wigs that you can.
Oh, no.
Yeah, which is great for blackmail on Instagram. And Facebook.
Oh, my
This
gosh.
is so wonderful that the city of Inverness kept the courthouse and did not tear it down, and now they're reusing it as a museum. This is beautiful.
Actually, this is county property.
Oh, it's county.
Yes, the kind of Citrus County. This
Oh.
was a Citrus County courthouse Inverness City Hall is across the street over there.
Well, Citrus County really had a nice foresight and a great idea
Oh,
to
thank
keep
you.
the courthouse.
Oh, this would have
And
been
it's
my
still
favorite thing
using-
right here.
Oh, the Coca-Cola.
That would have been my
machine.
favorite thing.
This is the soda machine that was donated by the Lions Club back in the 1940s. It was in the courthouse, and when it was vacated, they left it here. We've got about 800 of these bottles that if you feel them, you could feel how much heavier and
Oh
solid
my gosh,
they are,
yes.
than what you have today.
Oh, yeah.
And so much less soda. Yeah, be careful with my
Yeah,
hand.
less soda. But on the other hand, it was only a nickel, so
Yeah. Yeah.
so you put your nickel in, and it would come sliding out, stopped by the little stopper.
Okay,
here, and you
uh-huh.
twist.
Oh,
your
man.
off, and there you go.
That is cool.
We've got this area here is our pioneering Cracker Life exhibit.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Cattle is a big industry in Florida and Citrus County as well. They would call them crackers because they crack the whips to get the cattle moving.
Oh, okay.
And so here we've got an actual whip.
A whip!
Yep, that was used by the cracker. Don't call them cowboys, you call them cattlemen.
Cattleman.
Yes, I made that mistake.
What?
Oh, my
All
gosh.
this time.
We've got a brand here, an actual brand that was used,
Oh, my gosh.
and a saddle.
And why is there a hole in the saddle?
I guess for comfort. I'm very surprised that it almost looks like an English saddle, doesn't it? And I
She would
think
know.
that
I don't
they
know.
that they ride Western. So the only thing I can think of is that there was a horn there that has come off, because I would never see a cowboy riding English.
Yeah,
Yeah.
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 So it probably had to have a horn, and it does make sense for that would be more comfortable to ride.
Right.
My gosh.
We know this lady. We know her.
Yeah, we know her as
Oh.
the adult.
Yeah, she lives in
Oh,
Ocala.
really? Oh,
Yeah.
No kidding. Wow. So here you see some of the things about architecture. There were actually houses that you could buy that would 1995. You get your free building plans, and they would send you all the materials for you to build your own house.
Oh my gosh.
1995. Yep.
You had to have your own
Isn't
hammer.
that something?
Yeah, bring your own hammer.
And there's a surveyor's compass there that's kind of cool.
Oh, yeah.
Here.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
From 1887.
That's when the county was first formed, 1887.
1887.
It used to all be part of Hernando County. 1887, they split the northern part off into Citrus. The southern part was Pasco.
Oh my gosh.
So it all used to be one big
One
county
big one,
at
huh?
that time. Yep.
Didn't know.
And there were some growing pains at the time because we're just kind of starting from scratch here. Some of the farmers didn't even, they weren't aware that they were no longer part of Hernando County. So they were paying their taxes to Hernando County, and we had to actually go back to Hernando and say, hey.
Yeah, right.
Exactly.
Oh
So there
my
was some
gosh.
monetary adjustments that needed to be made.
Isn't that something?
If you look upstairs in the bell tower up there, you'll
Oh,
find
okay.
some there's a big clock.
Okay.
We replaced these clock faces a while ago,
Okay.
and I want to show you something that we found on the back. This used to be used as an airplane spotting tower in World War II.
That's what she was telling me earlier on. She read it online.
Yep, it's just incredible. And what happened was many of the people who were on airplane duty would write their names and date in there. So here we've got three,
I
I'm
see
thinking
'em.
that they're high
Yeah.
school kids at the time because I tracked them down to see how old they were.
Uh-huh.
And I found that there was a lot of high school kids that liked to do airplane spotting duty, probably because it got them away from these adults. And
Yeah, sure.
yeah, absolutely. So this is 1942, 1941. You'll see some things that are from the very beginning of when the
War started.
Yep. 1913.
And did they ever see any flights at all? No, I didn't think anything came over here.
No,
Other than the
nothing
subboats
came
out
over here.
off the coast, right?
Yeah, it was active for about a year and a half, and then the Army just cut it off without explanation one day. And so the people were kind of upset because they had sacrificed a lot of their time and life to do this effort of spotting airplanes, and they were eventually given pins and commendations.
Oh, wow.
Oh, well,
Sure.
thank goodness.
That makes sense.
For that.
Yep.
Thank God.
Yeah.
Now we've got a blog that is available, cccourthouse.org.
Okay.
And there's a blog out there, and I did a story on the airplane spotters of World
Okay,
War
so
II.
cccourthouse.org.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Excellent.
Yep. So
This is
check that out.
beautiful. And you got the pines, you mentioned the turpentine.
Yep, turpentine was a big industry here. We had a lot of pine trees here. This is called a cat's face. They would have it, the sap drip down, and there would be these buckets, and you can still find them in the woods out in Citrus
Really?
County.
Oh my
Where
gosh.
people would go around, they'd collect them, put them into a distillery, and then they would distill it into turpentine.
If you turpentine.
And it was really used during the time of wooden ships.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Yeah, to seal.
Gosh.
You know, they would need it for. They would call it the naval stores industry, and that's what that meant. The good thing about this is it didn't girdle the tree, so the tree wouldn't die as a
Oh,
result of this.
okay.
Yeah,
So the tree was still
could continue to
alive.
live. However, they did do a lot of harvesting here, particularly of pine and cedar trees. The Dixon Pencil Company,
Okay.
they
Okay.
had a huge plant out in Citrus in Crystal River,
Oh, wow.
and they bought or leased huge tracts of land because of the cedar trees, and they would the pencils of that day. Like now, you still see Dixon pencil. It's the
Yeah,
same-
I know that.
same
I've seen the
company.
name.
Oh, and
Yeah,
that's
same
here.
company, yeah.
Nice.
They're not here anymore. They've taken all the trees,
Yeah.
but that's the same company back in the day.
So,
Oh
so
my
interesting.
gosh.
It's a tiny little town with so much
Oh
to,
yeah,
to tell.
I'm actually I've only lived in Citrus County for about 3 years. I was in Hernando County for 15 years.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
okay.
So I discovered a lot of this, and it's amazing how much history there is, how many stories there are in such a small.
It
a
is
small
truly
place.
amazing. Yeah,
it
not
is.
just ancient history, but relatively recent.
Yep.
I mean, the Elvis story is not that long ago,
Yeah.
really. You know.
Yep. One of the stories I'm working on is about the Homosassa Dodgers.
Oh,
One thing that people don't realize is that at one point in time, Homosassa was going to be this big development back in the 1925s,
Okay.
1920s. And they actually went to the Brooklyn Dodgers, and they were able to negotiate a contract for them to move their spring training facility from Clearwater up here to Homosassa.
Oh, man, I wish they
how
did.
And they actually
Interesting.
signed on the dotted
Oh.
line to do it. What killed it was the company that was in charge of developing the land ran into financial problems, and they never got a chance to build their stadium or to really do anything. So the
my.
Dodgers went back to Clearwater
Oh.
to continue their. At that point, they called it the Pineapple League. Today, we know it as the Grapefruit League.
Okay.
oh,
Okay.
okay.
Yep.
Nice.
Yep. So that's a story that I've got.
So is that your forte? Is sports?
I do a little
Or
bit
history,
of everything.
or-
history. Yeah, I got
Yeah.
a master's degree in history, so now I'm
Oh,
finally
okay.
getting a chance to use it.
That's awesome.
Oh, there's
And so
blessed
your
to
work
have
is on
you
that
here.
same website?
Yes,
CC,
CC Courthouse.
cccourthouse.org. Okay.
Citrus County Courthouse.
Yes.
CC Courthouse.
Under the Learn blog section.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Very good.
So,
And you have a uniform.
yep, this is World War One. I believe it's a lieutenant, just judging by the bar there. So I don't know the person who this was assigned to, but that's the era that it was.
That's from there.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let's see the bell tower. I want to see the.
Okay.
I want to see the courtroom.
We got one more room. Oh, this reflects our citrus industry.
Where this county gets its name.
This is a sorter. You know, it sorts the citrus fruit by size.
Oh my gosh,
So
that's
you've got
ingenious.
The grapefruit here, orange is here, and lemons up here.
That's ingenious.
I'm here.
Yes.
And that's a grapefruit. Nice.
The kids love this.
That is ingenious.
The unfortunate thing is, in spite of us being named Citrus County, there was a tremendous freeze in 1894 and 1895. It wiped out most of the crop.
Oh.
We do have some people that grow citrus that survived. However, a major source of revenue and industry was gone with the great freeze of the 1890s.
Oh my gosh. And this is the history of Citrus County. Really
Yes.
nice.
And now
Beautiful.
we have to keep an eye out for the people on American Pickers, because this is probably one of the best preserved gas pumps that I've seen.
Oh no, and they
This
would.
is when a gas pump was a pump. So what you would do is you pump it up to 1 gallon, 2 gallon, 3 gallons, and then there would be a gravity feed down.
Oh wow.
And so there's no electricity on this at all. It's all hand,
Oh my gosh.
hand pump and.
Yeah, somebody would pay for that. A lot of money.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
We've got to protect the heritage. And you
Absolutely.
said there's another room?
There's a couple more. Yeah, there's this room over here, and then the courtroom upstairs.
Okay.
There was a 5 and dime store that was in town. We managed to save the sign.
The sign, yeah.
It was where Coaches is now, in that area.
Oh, okay.
That restaurant.
Okay.
Could you take us through the third room down here?
Yes. This is a rotating gallery that we have, and when I've said that to kids, they're kind of disappointed that the room doesn't rotate.
Oh.
What that actually means is every 3 months or so, we will change the contents depending on.
Okay. Okay.
This is a local artist group that has they've taken poetry and then they've interpreted the poetry into art, in either paintings or sculptures.
Very nice. That's really beautiful stuff.
Oh, that is great.
Like little shadow boxes with art and other ways of presenting a story. Let's see, here's the poem, Robin. An Early Joy. B.H. Spilios. And it's a pastel painting.
Nice.
So I came to where the river ran over stones. My ears knew an early joy. And all the waters of all the streams sang in my veins that summer day. From The Waking by Theodore Rothke.
Nice.
Whoever was the teacher or whoever got the kids doing this, that's outstanding.
These are actually adults.
Oh, these are adults?
These are adults, yeah.
Okay.
We did have, in prior months, we had all the art teachers in Citrus County, in the various high schools and elementary schools, do a display here of their work, so that we have a lot of their students coming in
Oh,
to
wonderful.
view stuff.
This is great.
It's really beautiful stuff. And it looks nice as a collection, too.
And they remind us that some of the stuff is for sale, if anyone is interested.
Oh, okay. Nice.
They all look good together.
And we noticed that you accept donations. We put our
Yes,
donation in the box.
thank you very much, we appreciate
So
that.
you don't charge, but you do accept donations.
That's right, and we appreciate that. Yep.
That's wonderful.
This area is a kind of a cooperative venture by the Citrus County and the Citrus County Historical Society. So it's a private and public collaborative effort to maintain the courthouse, the museum, and the exhibits in it.
We really came into it. This is a treasure. We had no idea what we were going to find.
You know, I have so many people that tell me I've been a Citrus County resident for 30 years. I drove by this every day. I've never stopped in, and they're very surprised about what they found.
Well, it is really a beautiful way to preserve history, and to have someone like you on board as the docent and the historian. They're very blessed to have you here.
I'm just going to get a close-up of your name so I spell it right later on.
Okay.
There we go. Okay, very good. All right, now.
So would you like to go upstairs?
I would.
All right.
I would. I'm looking forward to that.
Yes.
I'm looking forward to seeing Robin in a judge's robe.
This is really beautiful.
Would you rather take the stairs or no?
No, stairs. Let's do the stairs. They look more authentic.
This is the original marble. Hey, Steve?
Yes.
Do you want to come upstairs with us?
Sure.
Thanks. Steve is kind of our lead docent here. I'm the relief pitcher.
Oh, wow,
He was
okay.
at lunch. So Steve knows more about this place.
Oh, wow,
than I
okay.
certainly do.
Well, we let Steve
And
go.
I was wondering if maybe he could show you upstairs. Sure.
Let me introduce us. My name is Larry, and this is Robin.
Hi.
And we're videotaping right now.
Okay.
And it's for a YouTube channel called The World Spins Fine on Her Own.
Okay.
Ken-
World spins fine on her own.
Yes, and Ken got a picture of this, so you can look it up later on.
Okay, very good.
I took him through down here,
Okay.
and you can correct me on all the things.
Okay.
Steve, can I have your last name?
Ah,
I'll just
there
get it
you
off
go.
of me. I'll use
Risse.
that later. How do you pronounce that?
Risse.
Risse, okay.
See how
very
easy
good.
that was, Steve? Risse?
That doesn't look easy, but easy to say. All
I
right.
love how small that camera is.
So they were interested in upstairs, and I told them about the Elvis
Okay, yeah. Ooh,
monument and everything.
There you
Oh,
go.
and here we've got people that will come in and they pick which Elvis they want to take a selfie of. Either the 50s Elvis or the 1970s Vegas.
Yeah. It's funny. That's cool. An Elvis connection.
Yeah.
Who
There
knew?
you go.
All right, Steve.
Thanks very much.
Thank you, Ken. You've been
Pleasure
unbelievable.
meeting
That's
you
been
guys.
so good.
Good luck with your show.
Thank you. Thank you so much. All right. Okay.
Okay, so the marble is still original, and if you go back down, you can actually see after 111 years the slight curvature of the steps.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Wow, 111 years.
Yeah.
And Ken was telling us that the rebuilding of this relied on what you saw in the Elvis movie.
Right, right. So, what had happened is again, I don't want to repeat ourselves, but
It's okay, it's
whatever.
okay.
But when Elvis did the film, he did the filming the last 2 weeks of July, first 2 weeks of August in 1961.
Oh, wow.
Okay, it's only the hottest time of the year in Florida.
Right.
That's number one. Okay, number two is that when the film came out, it didn't come out till April of '62 in Ocala because we did not have a big enough movie theater here that can house
Oh, wow.
a world premiere.
Yeah.
So they used that. After the world premiere, Inverness and Citrus County thought, oh, we're important, we're on the map.
Yeah.
We're going to modernize. So what modernization is that like downstairs, I don't know if he told you, but except for where the seal is, they put down pink carpeting over the terrazzo floors.
Oh, okay.
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 And then where the beautiful marble wainscoting was downstairs, and then the maple and pine wood, they put up what was very popular in the late 60s and 70s, those fake wood walls.
Okay.
They put
Yes.
that up.
Yeah, I remember
So
them. Yeah.
downstairs is complete.
Not the way it was.
Not the way it was. You come up here, and the powers that be said, this is too beautiful, too big, a waste of space. We're going to make this smaller. What they're going to do is where the sconce lamps are on both ends, we're going to put walls and do an aisleway this way.
Oh, okay.
We're going to take the railing off, the mini staging, the large staging, and the bench off. So the courtroom is going to be this way. The bench is going to be on that corner, and it's just much smaller without any of this. On this side, first of all, we don't need to let people know that we have a balcony, so they drop the ceiling to the top of the railing. Okay?
Oh, wow.
So we couldn't get rid of the balcony because you still have to get up to the clock tower and to the bell tower. So they dropped it. Then here, what they decided to do, those two beautiful half-moon offices with the tempered glass,
I see him.
Yes.
Yeah.
they got rid of them.
Oh, no.
And then remember, I have the wall here.
That's
so they
right.
put up 7 new offices here because they're going to make all this money killing it on rent.
Uh-huh.
Right.
Okay. Fast forward into the late 70s, early 80s, they realized that this is just too small. They stopped working here as a regular courtroom. They start building a new one across the street, and it's going to be a full, long city block long. This is going to be a parking lot. So the Historical Society said, please give us a shot. Please give us a chance to help save it. And they gave us that. In about 15 years of fundraising and grants from the state, and $2.5 million later, we got the monies to rebuild. So now we're starting to rebuild in the mid-90s. Okay, downstairs when they take apart everything, it was cut up, and the one-room offices that you saw down there was like 3 offices. But they had a pretty good idea what it looked like. They just made all the windows the correct. They made sure all the walls were still the same. And most of the wood was still there. We were able to redo that without any problems. Take the fake wood walls down. You can see the marble wainscoting. Everything's good.
It's beautiful.
Take the pink carpeting off. The terrazzo floors there. Easy peasy. You come upstairs. Okay. They said, okay, we're going to take all these fake wood walls and take the other walls down. And they said, okay, well, what did this look like? Well, you got like 30 different answers from 30 different lifelong people that lived here. Then somebody said, well, the VHS tape, Elvis was here. So we pulled out the VHS tape, threw it in the TV thing. And if you know anything about in the mid to late 90s, the VHS tape was the worst quality when it came to picture quality. Okay? You cannot differentiate colors. Black is brown, brown is white, that whole type of thing. So finally somebody said, well, let's call United Artists, MGM, and have them send us the movie stills. Based on them sending the movie stills, we were able to recreate this room. That was the key part. And then, so what we ended up doing, and I'm just use a couple examples here, is that when we left some of these things just to show you that when we shot Elvis from the back or from the front, depending on it, like here he's shot from the front, we looked in the back, there's offices back there.
Yeah.
So we were able to do that. And this one doesn't have it. Let me see. This one here. So when we did it this way, you can see the Half Moon offices.
Oh, you sure can.
Oh my gosh, look at
So we decided we needed to recreate the Half Moon offices and the tempered glass. And then when we shot them the other way, we realized that there's a railing, there's a small staging area, there's a bigger staging area, and a bigger bench.
Yeah.
Okay, so we said, well, how are we going to do that? Okay, well, everybody's thinking about it. Okay, so they looked on the pictures from United Artists. They sent us the movie stills, and then on the movie stills, we saw the railing, and back in '61, they still smoked a lot.
Okay,
everybody still
sure.
smoked cigarettes.
Yeah.
And we left the shade up to let you know that the afternoon sun comes through there. So when they took the false walls down, on that side and on this side, there was an acorn. The acorn shadow. It had the acorn shadow. They had this one level shadow. They had this other level shadow, and that one. So we used that as a template, and we were able to figure out how to do the railing.
That's incredible.
Based on that.
wow.
That's
Done.
incredible.
Okay, so based on that, we knew that this is roughly 9 inches. Okay, so we knew that was happening. So now we're going back this way. Now we know we have to have space for the prosecution and the defense. No problem. Okay, we have an idea that they have to have their benches and the chairs. Okay, we have an idea of how far it is. But the problem was we weren't quite sure how high the staging area was, and how big the stage was, and how big the bench was. So we went to United Artists, MGM, and said, okay, your actor who played the judge, how tall was he? 5'7". how much did he weigh? Okay, he was about 165. I think he was in his late 50s, about 58 or 60 years old. So they gathered all of the males that were roughly the same age and the same weight because they wanted to make sure that we got it right. So we watched the movie, and then we watched them as they walked up and down the steps. So they said, okay, it looks like it's 1, 2, 3. Based on their age and based on their gait, we realized that this is roughly the same raised area that we had for there. So we used that. Okay, that's 1.
Wow.
So we watched all of that. Then we walked over here. Once they got that foot on here, then it took another 1, 2, almost 3 steps before they stepped again. So we used this as the template again.
That's
go up.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
Then once they got up here, then they realized it took another 1, 2, 3. They did a little jig dance. They went here, and then they sat down. So we figured, okay, the bench is roughly about 12 foot. The mini stage area is 14 foot. The larger stage area is about 28 foot. So we just reverse engineered everything, and we were able to do it. So
Absolutely.
when we do our doceting and our touring of this room, we like to tell all the people who visit that Elvis never left the building. He literally helped us put it back together.
Oh, that's very cool.
And that balcony, that is really, this is so amazing. This is so amazing. Wow, and the law books on the shelf. It's so incredible.
It is. And the reason we have the table set up is we have a concert tomorrow night, so we're still going to.
Oh, that's nice.
Doing that, so we have about 6 or 7 concerts a year of that. We also do what they call coffee and conversation, where we get speakers from University of Florida come in and they.
That's wonderful.
They talk,
yeah, I love that.
Hopefully on subjects that we're interested in, and we invite them in.
Somebody watching the video right now to find out the schedule of those events.
Go on our website, ccccourthouse.org.
Okay.
Which is citruscountycourthouse.org. And go to events, and it'll have everything.
show you, yeah.
Now, the coffee and conversation is free. We supply the coffee. We supply the cookies. And we supply the ones who start the conversation. And at the end of the lecture, there's time for questions and answers. And then, Thursday, we have the Dave Cap project here. And the concert starts at 7. We open the doors at 6. We'll even supply you some food, not enough for a full supper, but give you something so you won't get hungry while you're watching the concert.
That's remarkable.
And it's $25, but it all goes back to the building and for our future to make sure we continue helping.
Oh, sure.
But if you're a Citrus County Historical Society member, it's $20. So we give $5 off of any paid events if you're a member. So there is a reason to join as a member.
This is beautiful.
Steve, thank you.
Thank you.
We couldn't have had a better tour guide
Are we
between
able
you
to
and
go
Ken.
upstairs to the clock tower? Or
No, I won't let you. What had happened is the way the wooden stairs are, they're pretty steep. Number one. Okay. Then I have to use my head to open up the trap door.
Oh no.
And then secure it. Okay.
Oh, okay.
And then once you get up there, then you see the clock faces all the way around. Then there's another small stairway that goes up to a 5,000-pound bell. How they got that up there in 1911, 12, I don't know.
Yeah, right.
So I'm very amazed. So, and since you still have that, we took a video about, let's see, this is 2023, so it'll be about 2018. We took a video up there because we muted the bell a little bit because we couldn't hear what was going on.
Yeah.
So we took a camera up there, and then when the hit it, I think it's not quite as pronounced on the half hour and the quarter hour, but on the hour it really rang in that whole room, and it's like a concert type of thing.
It must be
shook.
very loud,
It
yeah.
literally shook, and So if it could shake that whole room, it could really shake people's eardrums. So,
Oh, yeah, right,
so
right.
There was another reason not to allow people up there for
Oh,
that.
so
You have
does
to
the bell still ring?
It will, again, it's very muted. Sometimes we allow it on certain evenings and so forth.
Oh, okay.
And the way we set it up is that it will ring more backwards down to the building and to the surrounding area. But at one time, it rang and went
The whole area?
3 miles that you could hear it, yes.
Wow. Wow.
This is amazing. It's just so historical, and it's great to have people like you
Right.
guys.
Well, thank you, yeah.
Do the
yeah.
docent tour and allow us to be here.
Well, we will sign up for whatever we need to so we know about your events, and I'm hoping that you do some of these speaking events.
Well, sure, yeah, we'll do them, yeah. We're going to, we're making sure that we're doing some of the outreach to go out to the community and let them know what's going on. Plus, let's see, March 7th is a membership mixer that we're letting people, when they come in, that are members, we're actually fixing drinks and hors d'oeuvres and, trying to get
Oh,
them
how nice.
to make sure they know what's going on and get volunteers so that we have enough people going on so that if Ken and myself or Lindsay and Andrea go somewhere for an outreach meeting or something, that there's still people to cover us. We don't have to close it down.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
my.
In short periods of time.
Well, Steve,
Well,
thank
this is
you.
wonderful.
You're welcome.
Unbelievable.
Thank you,
That
guys.
was
Thank
so
you.
good.
Thank you. Thank you.
This will
so
probably
much.
be up tomorrow morning, and so
Okay.
we'll send you guys a link.
Yeah, please, do you, yeah. So
Yeah,
send
we'll
it
send
to,
it the link.
well, I would go to this.
If you say an email address that you don't want public, I'll cut it out.
Oh,
so.
no. Yeah, I have, let's see if I have one here. If not, I can write it down. And of course, I don't have my pen with me. It's all downstairs, but I will,
But it's cccourthouse.org.
yeah, I'm gonna have that on there. Yeah.
Okay.
And that's our phone number and that's our
Okay.
webpage. And then let me go back downstairs and get a pen.
Okay.
I only
Okay.
got about 200 pins downstairs. For whatever reason, I see them.
Did you want to sit up there, Rob?
Can we do that?
Yeah, that's the whole idea, yeah. We have, some people, and again, it's more British, but they love putting on the wig.
The wig?
And the judge's robe, yeah.
All right.
So I'll have this done ready when you guys come.
Okay. Thank you so much,
You're welcome.
Robbins.
Put on the robe because it's America.
You don't want the wig.
Well, no, it's America.
Okay. Now look.
Uh-huh.
Look, you are going to be the judge.
Okay.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
And look, there's the Elvis picture.
Uh-huh.
So I'm going to turn this around, and you're going to be the judge, and I'm going to be Elvis. All right?
Okay.
Let me turn it around.
Okay.
I know I don't look like Elvis.
Okay.
Okay, hold on.
All right.
Come on, turn around. Whoop.
Okay.
There go. Oh, there I am. All right, let me see if I can get the look.
Okay.
Let's see. Now you're the judge, leaning over to talk to me.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
There.
The hat.
Your Honor, I didn't do it.
Oh, I mean, Your Honor. Thank you very much, Your Honor.
Well,
Thank
case
you very
dismissed.
thank
I
you ver-
believe you.
Thank you very much, Your Honor.
I believe you, Elvis. Case dismissed.
That is a very plastic sounding gavel.
Oh, yeah. This
Oh.
is wonderful.
What's the hat? What's with the hat?
It's Southern.
It's
And the
Southern.
other hats are on the tables for the
Southern.
for the prosecution and the defendant. They have the hats on there. Isn't that something?
There's Elvis. Wow, very cool.
No standing in hallways while court is in session. I ordered the fire marshal. Yeah, see the hats, because that was during that era.
Okay, watch this step here.
And look at look at these. You even had to recreate.
I see that, yeah.
Isn't that great? And they're so, I mean, it's all original wood. I mean, it's real wood, it's not plastic.
Very neat. And they have events here. I think they did such a smart thing by keeping it this way, making it back to this way.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And
People,
all that they do. All right, let's go down.
okay. And the steps, you have to look to see
The bow, I can see it.
I can too.
See the
look
little
at
bow in
that. I
them?
do, I do.
Let's hope I don't bow them too much.
Yeah. And they have old-time radio performances live on stage.
Oh, really?
March 3rd and 4th, yeah. So we gotta go check out their event calendar.
Oh, okay. We can see the bow and the steps, Steve.
Oh, yeah, I had an elevator. I should have told you that.
No, that's okay. We wanted to do this.
No.
I'm a little slow, but don't hit my head, yeah.
The reason for that is that back in 1911-12, when they were building this, the average height of a male was 5'5", the average height of a female was 4'10", 4'11".
Oh,
Isn't that funny? Wow.
So, I'm 6'2".
Yeah. And you almost hit your head just like I almost
Yeah,
did.
and it's probably about 6'4", 6'5", so yeah, that's why you're
Had to tip over.
well, Steve, thank you.
Well, thank you again.
Cal, you hold on to
It was
this.
beautiful.
Okay.
Very beautiful.
Thank you so much. That was
No problem, no problem.
that was
at all.
really very
Thank
good.
you, thank you.
So good. Do we go
I'm glad.
this way or
Well,
And,
more than likely you guys came out
that way?
those three doors
And you're
there.
open Monday through Friday.
Tuesday through Saturday
Oh,
now.
Tuesday through Saturday.
Yeah, the ladies that worked with the county wanted to bring in fresh, new families, younger families, and they're only available on Saturdays. So they're by being open on Saturdays,
Right.
they can do kids programs in the first and third Saturdays of the month.
Oh, beautiful. And what are the hours?
To the public, 10 to 4, and they're usually here 9 to 5.
Okay, perfect.
wow.
Well, thank you.
Well, hopefully this helps get some young people in
Well, I
here.
hope so too. Thank
Yeah,
you. Thank
yeah.
you. Yeah.
Thank you
I'm
very
looking forward to seeing that.
Okay.
Thank you guys again.
Thank you.
so much.
That was great.
And we gave a donation.
Yeah, I know.
Oh,
Excuse me.
Society wanted to save it, but there weren't any photos or floor plans of how it looked originally, except that somebody said, let's call them Wave Studios, and then we get movie footage, and
Oh, there you are. All right.
this is great.
Well, we couldn't have had a better tour guide here and a better tour guide over at the theater.
No,
That was really very good.
no, this was fabulous.
Oh,
Absolutely.
we gotta close the door.
Oh, okay.
You forgot.
I forgot.
Automatic doors didn't exist.
There you go. Boy, what a wonderful thing Citrus County did by preserving the courthouse and making it into a museum.
Very cool.
This is so.
So let's just walk over to the fountain, and I guess we'll call this a wrap because it's oh, here's one more thing.
There's the sign.
Historic Citrus County Courthouse.
You read it.
Historic Citrus County Courthouse. Citrus County was formed from Hernando County, as Ken told us, in 1887, and Manfield, in the center of the new county, was chosen as the temporary county seat. I never even heard of Manfield. By the state legislature. After a political tug of war and several elections, Inverness was chosen as the permanent county seat in 1891. In June 1911, the Board of County Commissioners adopted a resolution to erect a new building to replace the Victorian-style wood courthouse on the square. The 1912 courthouse, designed by architect Willis R. Biggers, includes a copper cupola? How do you say the word?
Yeah, cupola.
Cupola, topped with a belvedere and constructed at a cost of $55,885,
Wow.
which must have been a fortune back then.
Yeah.
Its eclectic design incorporates features from 4 distinct architectural styles: Italian Renaissance, Neoclassical, Mission, and Prairie School. Wow. The building is uniquely situated on a square lot at 45-degree angles. It is historically significant because of its association with county government for over 80 years, right?
Yes.
A restoration returning the building to its original appearance was funded with grants from the Division of Historical Resources, matching funds from the county, and fundraising efforts by the Citrus County Historical Society. The building was placed on the National Register of Historic Places in 1992.
Nice.
And this is a Florida Heritage Site sponsored by the Citrus County Board of County Commissioners and the Florida Department of State.
We should walk around the entire perimeter.
Let's just walk around. That's a good idea. Very cool.
And that way we'll show them the whole perimeter of the building.
Show the whole building.
cupola or cupola with the clock and the bell way up there.
Must be
And
a
then
loud
the
bell, huh?
different- Yeah. Oh, and it's handicapped accessible. You can put your wheelchair in there and it'll raise it up. Nice. Oh, look at that sign. Beautiful sign. Yeah, let's just walk around to show the whole building. You got a balcony.
I just want to show this big tree right here. I wonder if this tree is older than that building.
Yeah.
That's massive.
Yeah. But look at the architecture. It's just really
Yeah,
something.
it really
Walk
is.
on all four sides.
Well, we have two gems today. That theater and this courthouse.
Oh, there it is.
Wow, look at the size of these monuments.
They're memorials. Korean War, Vietnam War. Oh my gosh.
The Forgotten War, in memory of the Korean War veterans, MIA and POWs, donated by KWVA Chapter 192. And the Korean
War Veterans of America, I betcha. KWVA.
And these died that we may live. And from the Korean War, Major Daniel Francis Rooks, Private Arthur P. Carlson, and Private First Class Richard G. Sanders. And from the Vietnam War, Captain William Hover Craig Jr., First Lieutenant Stanley Gerald Hartson, Sergeant Carl Henry Joyner. I don't know what WO stands for.
I don't need a warrant officer.
Okay, Richard Smith Lowes, Private First Class Herbert D. Serber, Corporal William Arthur Wicks, Staff Sergeant James Gordon Williams, and FSFC, I don't know what that means, Charles E. Hall. And finally, the Persian Gulf War, Operation Desert Shield, Operation Desert Storm, God Bless America, dedicated to the men and women who served. And there you have the historic Citrus County Courthouse.
And then there's another memorial.
Oh, I didn't see that.
But it's beautiful, though. Architecture.
Yeah. Very nice. This is in memory of Citrus County veterans of all wars, dedicated on Memorial Day of May 30th, 1979. Oh, they got the World War I and World War II veterans named also.
Serving Citrus County with valor, courage, compassion, commitment. EMS of Citrus County, Deputy Sheriff, Citrus County, Citrus Fire Rescue Fire Department.
And for those who died from this area from World War I, John T. Allen, Brian I. Barnes, Leroy Black, Eiley Herring, William F. Nettles, and Willie Rawls, and Fred O. Raux. From World War II, Elwood J. Allen. I wonder if he was related to John T. Allen.
Yeah.
Wilbur M. Bertine, James P. Blanton, Franny L. Boyd, Jacob M. Buey, Jack Carter, Eugene Cato, James Chesser, Samuel Cox, Henry V. Dexter, John O. Edson, J.R. Fort, Charles C. Griffin, Bentley Halbert, Thomas Hancock, Charles S. Blanton, Francis B. Jones, John Z. Long, John McGuire, Carl T. Owen, Eugene M. Quinn, Leroy Rooks Jr., Ernest D. Shiver, Ralph R. Thompson, Niall A. Tyndale, Malcolm Watson, Daniel Wells, Grover C. Wells, Earl T. Williams, Luther C. Willis, and James D. Winfrey. Wow. And this is a monument to
The female Veterans Network, honoring female veterans.
And on this side it says, in honor of all women who served at home and abroad, in place and war to safeguard America. This is a testament to the spirit of patriotism inherent in all the women who courageously volunteered, boldly defended, loyally upheld, and valiantly gave their all to preserve the liberties and freedoms of the great land by their service in the armed forces of the United States of America. That's not easy to read.
No, and it says,
On this side.
the design of this monument represents what it took the female veterans to accomplish their goals. The 3 steps signify family, faith, courage. The 3 points signify God, country, service. Oh, it's describing the monument itself,
Yeah.
the design. The single point represents their crowning achievements. The curves and height represents the female veterans so they can relate on a more personal level to their monument. Thank you, female veterans, for your service, past, present, and future. Nice.
Very nice.
This is so beautiful.
All right.
I have to go
And
around.
there you have it.
We got one more side.
One more side to show.
This is important.
So it's an hour and a half long fest, looks like. And then maybe we could do the interview part on the same day. The family interview.
All right. Get past these hedges and see this side of it.
Yeah. No, this is, love that. The clock tower, the clock and the bell.
Well, we didn't have to walk far in today's video, but we sure got a lot of good information.
Oh, yeah. And those steps.
All right, partner, let's turn this baby around. Wrap it up right here.
Oh,
I can't see the screen,
okay.
but there we are, and there it is. All right, wow. I hope you liked this visit to Citrus County, to Inverness.
This was very moving and it is emotional. It's really something. Thank you to Citrus County for preserving this beautiful courthouse. Thank you to all the docents and everyone involved with the courthouse and the theater to make all of these tours extra special. They're just so fabulous.
Very
Thank
good.
you.
And where possible, I'll put the information in text form on the screen.
And thank you for remembering the ones who have lost their lives so the United States remains free. God bless America.
All right, let's wrap it up. Take care, be good.
Don't forget to write. Remember,
Writing is very important, and once again, you see why it's important. All this stuff had to be written down.
yeah.
Thank goodness for movies, they could get the stills. Hold on, we got a traffic guy, a siren.
Here it comes.
There's somebody else doing a hard job.
Yeah.
That's not an easy job what that person's doing.
Citrus County Fire Rescue.
Yeah. Okay.
And remember,
The world spins fine without us, baby.
it does. It spins fine on her own.
On her own.
The world spins